All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man. Complete. 20, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mahomes now on first down. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Mahomes letting one go deep here for Gronk. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third and long for Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? they've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully put the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cousins to throw it this time. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes to Michelle on the dump off. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he spots Henderson open left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Michel going to try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
Hey, 382, last 50.
They start the drive with Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Michelle, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So the Patriots coming out now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And able to find Dorsett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Cousins now on 2nd down. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Z.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We're going. We're going. Let's go.
To throw is Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The ball comes out, and the Patriots have it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They begin with Michel on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Blue 40.
Now a pitch out to Michel. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Slow. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Patriots, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.